What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name is Greg Wave. I'm your host. I'm going to be talking to you guys about airport rides. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I do extremely well with airport rides. So I'm just going to kind of run you guys start to finish what one of mine looks like and kind of show you guys why I would say half the time I get tipped, and pretty well at that. So I love airport rides. I love sitting in the airport queue and being lazy waiting for a ride, or, reading or just getting stuff done. Basically, I like not having to drive around. I like knowing that I'm guaranteed a ride sooner than later, especially on slow days. So I do a ton of airport driving on weekdays because I feel like on weekdays, as far as where the money's at, it's like you could sit in the city, but you really just get people that are doing Starbucks runs or lunch runs, and it's like $2-3 rides. Their mind's on other things, so they're not really, thinking about tipping you or whatever. I've never seen too much value in like midday city driving, if that makes sense. So, okay, so I'll just start from the start. So I'll be sitting in the queue, I'll get my ride, I go to the terminal, I pick them up. This is almost more relative towards my airport, but I'm going to say it anyway. So at my airport, there's two terminals that people have no problem finding. The app directs them to the exact perfect spot. They're there waiting. But there is one terminal that, no matter what, people generally aren't in the right place. I don't know if it's their app or what the reason is, but I'm always getting calls, and it gets really annoying, I'll admit, but the start of a good ride is going to be based off how well you're helping them out. So if they're having a hard time finding it, don't get pissed off and just hope you can get that cancellation fee. Try and work with them. So I'll a lot of times get out of my car, I'll be looking for them, I'll be waving them down, anything I can do to help them get to my car, because now I've already done something for them. They're already thinking about, he's going out of my way, he's waiting for me, and then they get to my car, and then I'm helping them with their luggage. So I'm already looking really good in their eyes, right? So then we'll start the ride. I will always ask on airport rides pretty much 9 out of 10 times, unless it's a really short one, if they have a preferred route on where they'd like to go, or which way they'd like to go to get home. The reason why I especially do this on airport rides is because if it's people that are coming home, obviously if it's people visiting for work or something, that's not applicable, but if they're coming home from vacation or from some work-related thing, which for me, I find out in the first 1 or 2 minutes from conversation before I've really even left the airport, those people have probably lived here for a good amount of time. They probably have a way they like taking home. And if you take their preferred route, maybe it does take you 3 minutes longer, but maybe it gets you $5 more, who knows? So I will always ask. I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it's just something that, I think it just goes a long way. I think a lot of drivers don't do it, and that's a lot of the reason why a lot of people like it when the rare driver does say, hey, do you have a specific way you'd like to go? And then you do that route, So, look at the frame of events now. You've took more time to help them get to your vehicle when you could have canceled. You assisted them with your luggage. Now you're giving them their preferred route. You've already done 3 things that are pretty, generous in their eyes as far as the ride goes. And so then the next thing is, just try to spark up that conversation. Try to keep that momentum going. And, a lot of the reason why I like airport rides is because they're generally 20 to 30 minutes long. Maybe 15 minutes, but even so, that's a lot of time to really have a pretty effective conversation, a meaningful time with that person, to where by the end of the ride, they feel really good about the ride they took, So what I've seen is that probably about 50% of the time, if I'm doing all that consistently, I get tipped 50% of the time. So I a lot of times will give a $15 to $25 airport ride And then I'm usually getting tipped $5 to $10 on top of that. So in that hour, I'm making anywhere from $20 to $30 in that 1 hour. And that's good. That's like what you want to be doing with Uber and Lyft. That's a good fare. Some other things, you know, I mean, there's some other basic Uber and Lyft rules, like maybe if you had waters, that's great. Offer to stop, you know, if they do need to stop, offer to stop. Those are all basic things. I've touched on those in other videos. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. That's kind of my etiquette for airport rides. And I've done extremely well with them to the point that I really only do them on weekdays. I don't do any other rides unless it's like heading back to the airport. So yeah, guys, I hope you get some good out of this video. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to hear some more content. I got a lot more coming for you guys. Crush it out there, y'all, and I will see you guys soon.